looks like we are live, everybody. Hello, everybody. This is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero with a quick live weather update for everybody. Not going to be too long, and it's going to be a very chill kind of vibe tonight. Thus, the music, the elevator music, as you did say. Well, how is everybody doing? Raymond, Delvin, thank you for joining as always. Delvin, give us an update with the sunrise sunset times. Raymond, how are you doing? Did everybody have a good Earth Day? Hmm? Oh, so funny, Raymond. Yes, the mornings have been chilly, and that's really because it's been clear, so it allows all the heat to escape because there's no blankets on. That's the clouds. But yes, this is the time of the year where it's nice because the sun is setting a little bit later, but it's not too hot. It's a nice, cool evening. So you can comfortably enjoy a nice, like, fire pit or something like that. All right, and tonight's drink is going to be a new drink. And it's not a mixed drink at all. Empty glass. So this is courtesy of our friend Ryan Reynolds. This is something I didn't even think he had until I was trying to find it recently. Ryan Reynolds had a gin brand called Aviation Gin. Now, I'm not normally a gin drinker, but when I do drink it, I drink it like this, which is called neat. Basically, it's just room temperature over ice. There's actually, if you are a Marvel Deadpool fan, there is a special brand of his or version of his aviation gin that is a Deadpool branded specifically because the new movie's coming out, which is Deadpool and Wolverine. Cheers, everybody. Ah, yes. That is fine. Come up with a quick joke. But speaking of drinks, Raymond, you did say I should come up with an eclipse drink. I did. It's a punch. And I called it Ra's Punch. Because Ra is the sun god, the Egyptian sun god. So I figured with a solar eclipse, a sun god would have their own drink, and it's a red blood drink. Now I'll have to make it one time for you and show you. All right, let's begin here. All right, so the weather's not going to be too active out there. So here is just from the National Weather Service. Again, I'm starting where I am and then expanding. I know, Raymond, you always say to look in other places. So I start local and then expand to the Northeast and then potentially the entire North America region. So just a general overview for tomorrow. It's going to start cold, it looks like. And then afternoon lows, where's the mouse? There it is. Low 60s to near 70 degrees. Now, here, they don't actually mention this. A warm front with A warm front and following cold front will lead to isolated spotty showers in the morning with rain and clouds clearing later in the day. They don't mention anything in here for the isolated thunderstorm risk. Now, I don't personally think it's going to be anything severe. I know here we kind of like the severe weather, but let me jump to the Storm Prediction Center. And here the SPC is not putting anything severe. However, they are mentioning some garden variety thunderstorms for this region right in here. So basically the New York City region extended a little bit north, a little bit west, and a little bit northeast. So in that region, there is a chance for an isolated thunderstorm as this warm front and then quick cold front come through. And that cold front, again, is going to drop those overnight or those morning lows, overnight morning lows on Thursday. Pretty chilly, where it's going to be in the 30s again. Meg in the corner just said, I have so many tabs open. This is the show. This is like a slideshow. This is called stacking the show. This is a news term. Did you stack the show? Yes. For anybody that was wondering, so I do have a lot of tabs open, but essentially this is, as I was saying, called stacking the show. So in the news, we had a piece of software that was called WSI, and this is where we would have weather graphics kind of in tab forms like this. So that was called stacking the show. So these are all the tabs we're going to go through, maybe not all of them, by the end here. Like drought monitor, we're not going to spend too much time there because there ain't no drought here, but there's some spots where there is a drought. But here, that's just what I wanted to focus on with the Storm Prediction Center was an isolated thunderstorm risk they're putting out for tomorrow, the day 2 convective outlook. Nothing from the Hurricane Center, so we're good there. And now to the radar. And yes, I know you may not like, Raymond, the National Weather Service radar. I like it just because it's the mosaic radar, meaning it's showing the whole picture here. An earthquake drink. I feel like that's one that could be something with those newfound mud drinks or mood drinks. An alcoholic mud drink. All right. So here's the big picture with the radar. Now, let me put on here the satellite, and I will also overlay this time the composite radar. And we're kind of seeing a couple interesting things here. Let me get this out of the way. So here we have this big feature. So that was a previous storm system making its way out. A lot of clear air here. That's what gave us the nice weather yesterday and today. And now we're starting to see some cloud cover coming on in. Now, as this approaches, it's not really breaking through the high pressure that's kind of right in between here just yet. That's why it's going to take a little bit more for this to start to break through before any of the rain really comes in. I actually didn't, well, how far long range? Because I didn't go out beyond a 7-day with the GFS. Yes, normally the CMC is the one that does that, which is why I don't even stack it in the show. All right, to the surface analysis here. So kind of what I was mentioning, that low, it's occluding. So you see that little purple front? That's like the occluded front. So think of that as a wave that's cresting. It's past its crest, so it's basically a dying wave. So that is weakening as it makes its way out. There was a little bit of high pressure in between here, and then we have another low coming through. So As this high makes its way out, these isobars, meaning the lines of equal pressure, when they get close, that means it gets windy. So it looks like it's going to be getting windy through this as well. 200 hours out or something like that. I don't believe I looked that far out. But that we might be able to take a quick peek at tonight. All right. Well, I guess we'll look at it because it's next up here in the show. Tropical tidbits. So we'll just take a quick peek here, going 200 hours out. Oh, it looks like it's not. Wait, was it doing something previously? Because it looks like this 18Z run doesn't have anything, which is better because it really wouldn't be spinning up anything. There's nothing too unstable to be spinning up a tropical system. Yeah, there was nothing tropical, looks like here. Okay. Going through the GFS. So, starting the day, little spotty showers. More spotty showers, maybe a break midday, then later into the afternoon, a little more spotty showers. There's nothing really too fine detail here on the GFS because it's a longer range, lower resolution forecast model. So we're not going to see that fine detail here. And then once we get through Wednesday, Thursday, it looks like the 540 line is dropping. That is not exactly the freezing point, but it's closely related to the freezing point. That means Thursday morning is going to be cold, as I was mentioning. High pressure comes in place for Friday. It starts to warm up again, and then it looks like Saturday to start out your day looks fine, and then Saturday night into Sunday, maybe a little wet weather there. Then a break going into overnight Sunday into Monday, and then Monday a little bit more shower activity. And then going into next Tuesday, looks like we still have some more showers there. The low in the mid-Atlantic. I see. You're talking about that. 992, 993. So this is the weakening trend I was mentioning. Which, going back to the satellite, it is there. It's just not really strong and not very together. It's also, really look into this. All this cloudless air here, that's dry air. That dry air is being sucked into the center. When you see this, that the dry air is being sucked into the center of the rotation, that is basically cutting off the energy flow because you need moisture as the energy source, and it's suffocating itself. That's what happens when you have that occluded front. That's what that means, and it's a dying system. All right, taking a peek now at the euro. There's that same system, low 990s millibar. That makes its way out. Our next system makes its way in. Again, this is not a high resolution forecast model. All we see is spotty showers here and there. But again, things could be a little bit deceiving on this. Once we get to the higher resolution forecast models, we'll see it a little bit better. All right, Thursday morning, the 540 line is pretty much right over Long Island, going through New York City, northern New Jersey, Pennsylvania. So again, not the freezing line, but very close to where the freezing line would be. So Thursday morning, it's made its way a bit more south than it should be. We don't want a sounding right now. Normally that 540 line is supposed to be up a bit more. This would be cold start to your day on Thursday. Then going into Friday, that 540 line starts to retreat a little bit north, but more east than north for right now. Then that warmer air comes in for the first part of your day Saturday. And then by overnight Saturday, very similar. It looks like it's showing showers going into your day for Sunday. Going into Monday morning, a little break, then some more showers later in the day on Monday there. This is having a little bit of a gap going into Tuesday before showers return Tuesday night. So slight variation there, but still the same idea. The icon, ooh, I have a snow one still up here. We don't want no snow talk, do we? Or do we? We're gonna switch this to mean surface level pressure. Okay, rewind that. We're gonna back this up to the 12Z so we get the 180 hour out. So there's our dying system, make its way out. Windy with those tight isobars. And then Wednesday, again, on and off. So here we see a little bit more of a definition to the front. So that's where we could be seeing some isolated thunderstorms mixed in there. It's still not high enough yet till we get to, say, the NAM at the 12-kilometer mark. Then going into Thursday morning, again, that 540 line dips much more south than it should be. So cold day for Thursday, but clear, high pressure in place, and this is showing a 1029, 1030 millibar high. And for your day on Friday, it begins to warm up a little bit as the high makes its way out, allowing some southerly flow to come in, because we have that clockwise rotation, so that should be bringing up some warmer air. Saturday starts out fine. Here, interestingly, it looks like the showers are more for the northern part of the Northeast, not really the New York City area, until Sunday morning. On and off again showers. Now what's interesting here, if you look at where the position of that high is, kind of heads east and then it heads south. So highs spin clockwise, and the center of the high looks like it's moving clockwise. Yes, I would believe that, because going back here with the 540 line, since it's so far south, anything that could be spinning up some severe weather could also maybe bring some snow on the backside of it. All right, so going into Monday. Monday is a bit clearer on here until we get into, looks like overnight Tuesday, so slightly different still. All right, so now we're going to start getting into the higher forecast resolution models. And again, not the snow. All right, so let's bring this up here. And this is simulated radar specifically here. So 12Z, 8 a.m., it looks like some spotty showers there. And that's about it. So it's kind of like peppercorn throughout the area until you get to probably, say, the Hudson Valley level in north. Then it's a bit more steady, but there's on the backside there a little bit of snow. Now that is the U.S.-Canada border, so that's pretty far north. But still, there's a little bit of snow out there. And that high comes in for Thursday. Now here it doesn't show any of the thickness lines, which is what that 540 line is. It's a thickness line. And here, 1031 millibar high, so it's about the same thing it's showing. So a decent high there. And that gives clear but cold air on Thursday. Friday, as that starts to make its way out, we have a bit more southerly flow, so I would expect the temperatures to go up a little bit more Friday into Saturday. And 6Z Saturday is as far as the 84 hours will allow us. I guess I was still in snow forecast mode last time I did this. There we go. So here we only got 60 hours to work with on the 3-kilometer NAM. So Wednesday morning we are dealing with some spotty, the peppercorn idea of showers there. I don't really see too much in terms of the severe potential. As the Storm Prediction Center was saying, it was just very low chance of a thunderstorm. That's probably why the National Weather Service didn't even put it in their weather brief for tomorrow. Going into Thursday, that 540 line dips. High pressure comes in, and then as that high pressure system moves, that is the end of the forecast model. But it's following at least the same trends through Friday morning, or overnight Thursday into Friday, as the others have. Which isn't a bad thing to have model consistency. And the last one here, is this still snow? That is still snow. The HRRR, we only got 18 hours, so just for tomorrow. This is the one that would show, because it's the highest resolution here, 1 kilometer. This one, let's take a look. The only chance it looks like it's showing, so 12Z is 8 a.m., so 7 to 8 a.m. there, maybe a little bit in the morning. And back up a couple here. I need a little more to work with. All right, so now we're on the 18Z run. There's that same morning time, 7, 8 a.m. is going to be a little bit of some shower action pretty much throughout the entire area there, except for you, Delvin, and near the Boston area. That'll come later. So that'll come to you, but it looks like 17Z there. And then after that, so we have 2 p.m., so 1 by, I would say even noon, you'd start seeing some showers. And then here, going back west through Pennsylvania, Jersey, and southeast New York, that might be a thunderstorm. That might be a thunderstorm right there. Those are the little, like, peppercorn kind of like scattered idea that we'll see throughout the afternoon with some little bits of showers. And again, maybe could even be just a single thunder boom. And that's about it. And then once that makes its way out, very similar model consistency here. It's not going to show the thickness line, so we don't see that here. But clear start to your day on Thursday. I'm going to assume it's still cold because we still have a 1031 millibar high. And then that goes through 18Z Thursday. And that was about it. I think that's a temperature. No, we can get rid of. Bye-bye snow. And that was more snow. Cool, so this is just the GFS 2-meter temperatures. So a quick look through there. So starting at 18Z, we had fairly nice temperatures today in the low 60s. Then it drops. Wow, it drops pretty good by Thursday. So starting out your day tomorrow, not too much of a difference. We're seeing pretty much throughout most of the area here, 40s. By the afternoon this is where we're going to see quite a spread. So Albany area, New York, we're seeing the highs maybe in the mid 40s there. Then you get down to Jersey and it could be around 70. So temperature range in the view here between the 40s and the 70s. Oh, that ice storm. Yes, Raymond. All right, so Thursday morning. Here it looks like we're seeing maybe even overnight Thursday. These are not feels like temperatures. This is air temperature. See right there, air temperature. Getting into the teens in upstate New York and low 20s and teens for New England. That's really interesting that we're getting cold temperatures like that into the end of April, almost the beginning of May. Although we did have snow in May just a few years ago. And then Thursday's highs are in the 50s and the 40s once you get really more north. 30s up into Maine there. Friday starts to bring a little bit more warmth. And then Saturday, this looks like where the rain is. You can see the rain-cooled air here. And that's blocking all the warmer air from coming in. And then for Sunday, even though it looked like a bit more showery, we're seeing those temperatures now start to bounce upward. We're seeing, especially in the New York City area, upper 60s and low 70s, mid 70s in southern Pennsylvania going into New Jersey there. And then we're seeing really the upper 50s and low 60s, even going as far north as the Canadian border there. So that's where we're really seeing the temperature start to bounce upward going into Sunday. And then Monday could have, maybe in Jersey, 78 to 80 degrees in April. So we have quite a roller coaster of temperatures coming up. So that is interesting. That's kind of what spring is all about, is this roller coastering of temperatures. And then the last thing, speaking of temperatures, we'll take a good look at the moss data here. Oh, I think I remember that. They couldn't, once that May freeze happened, that pretty much killed it for the season. All right, so ice slip here. This is usually the cooler of the areas just because it's surrounded by ocean and a body of water, which is the Long Island Sound. So we're seeing low 60s, low 50s, upper 50s, low 60s, upper 60s, low 70s. So by Monday, we're going to see temperatures in upper 60s to low 70s. And then usually the warmest region is Newark. So let's take a look here on the extended here. So upper 60s dropping to mid 50s, low 60s, mid 60s, mid 70s, low 80s. So Monday around Newark could be 80 degrees. Quite a stark difference in less than a week to go from and really chilly temperatures and sub-freezing temperatures in a lot of areas to 80 degrees in just maybe 5 days. All right, well, that comes up on just about a half hour and through the show that I have stacked. So we're going to pretty much wrap this up now. All right. Pour out one last little drink here for everyone. All right. So we had a very quick live stream tonight, just about a half hour as I was planning. And Games and Storms, I've got to try and get my gaming setup back up and running again before I can do that. I have no gaming consoles hooked up and no gaming computer hooked up right now. So that'll take a little bit of time. So cheers to that. All right, that looks good there. Cool. All right, Raymond, Delvin, thank you both for joining as always. It was a pleasure as always. I hope you all had a good Earth Day. Now, my Earth Day special did not get out on Earth Day because I was working and I had some drone footage that I was planning on using, and I lost the memory card and the USB-C adapter that this memory card was in. I cannot find it, so that drone footage is lost. So I had to make a new Earth Day special today that will be going out tomorrow. So tomorrow won't have a weather update. Tomorrow will be my Earth Day special. And in there will be some footage from a very long time ago. My 100th episode spectacular, which was 2017. And also I liked using that footage because all the trees, it was very green in 2017. So I was very happy for that. All right, so you'll see that come out tomorrow. Thursday will be a full charge Thursday. And it'll be very interesting because right now, my Tesla Model 3, I do not have. My Tesla Model 3 is at the Tesla Service Center. Nothing bad. It is getting an upgrade. So the 2020 model year, which is what my Tesla Model 3 is, had two versions. You had an early 2020 Tesla Model 3 and a late 2020 Tesla Model 3. The biggest difference for me specifically with that late 2020 Model 3 was the powered trunk. You press a button in the app or you press a button in the touchscreen. The trunk is powered, so it'll open itself. And then you press the button either on the trunk or in the app or on the touchscreen, and it'll close and lock itself. I am getting a retrofit, which Tesla happened to offer for my specific early 2020 model year. So that is happening right now. So I have a loaner, and it's a red car. And I know red cars tend to be the ones that are pulled over more often, but this is a really nice red. Makes me wonder how the blue will look, because before this, I've only had blue cars. I named them all BB1, BB2, BB3. And then this is my fourth car, so I couldn't name it BB4. So I still haven't had a good name for this one, but that's besides the point. Thursday we'll have a full charge Thursday episode on my experience with a loaner car from Tesla. First time ever doing that, which was very interesting. And some of it's not even done yet because I haven't given the loaner car back and gotten mine back. So waiting on that. All right, so we are going to call it here. I hope everybody had a great time discussing the weather and getting a little peek at the weather coming up for the week. So cheers, everybody. This is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Have a great rest of your night. Check back on the channel so that you can see the Earth Day special tomorrow and then the full charge Thursday on this Thursday around the Tesla loaner experience. Oh, and also don't forget, get your weather radio, bettersaferadio.com, and my affiliate link is below to get a weather radio. I always have that ready to go. Yeah, Raymond. All right, have a good rest of your evening, everybody. Again, this is Chief Meteorologist Andrew Pinero. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in the next video.